Divine greetings, entities, energies, lovelies, bodies of light, seekers and sojourners of truth, the 144 chosen of the chosen few. You all know who you are. I greet you in the love that lights the truth from my heart to yours. I am Celestial Earth in this divine energy essence of it all. And I do mean divine under the full moon. Happy full moon in Libra. This is the first full moon of the new year, the true new year since the spring equinox, as well as if you count today, April 1st being the new year for a lot of people who've come into that enlightenment, where April 1st used to be the new year according to one of the older calendars, and the moon is bringing it to our reminders that today, this fool's moon, this full moon is the fool's moon, returning that April Fool back to you. I'm feeling like this. Back to you, Bob. Return to sender. Reverse card. Switch. All of that. They got the Uno reverse. Switching it back. So, and I'm going to share that with you with some of the insight that I got on this full moon. So this full moon is bringing the balance. You know, it's always a full moon is like that cosmic spotlight. Got that incense burning. It's the cosmic spotlight of the dysfunctions and what has been coming up for you. Just like it raises the tides in the ocean, it raises our emotion. The waters in the ocean are the waters of our emotions. So it brings it to the surface so that we can deal with it. This is how we surf this energy wave so that we can face it. Right? Not just deal with it, but to face it so that we can know what to do with it, so that we can transmute. This is why I call it a full moon transmutation. And for that, I was in the garden all day, catching up with the grounding that I hadn't gotten to do from the root coming on up, usually starting 3 days before at the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, pulling up weeds, tilling soil, pruning away what we don't need in our identity body, the solar plexus, and transplanting or planting something new, beautifying the garden, bringing it into the heart, right? So I worked all of that today in the garden from the root to the heart, right? Just going straight through and just hearing the song, take me through there, because it was just taking me through. The energies were taking me through each energy center, one moment at a time. So one step at a time, one energy center at a time, one seal at a time. And so this full moon is bringing us the balance. It's the opposition when it's in opposition to the sun in Aries, the moon in Libra at 12 degrees, which is a 3, right? The 1 and 2 is a 3. So there's that creative completion again for those of you that have been seeing 3s, right? Bringing us into that creative completion of what is. And this is where the moon is representing the we, the compassion for the collective, and bringing that into the soul sovereignty of where the sun is in Aries, our soul sovereignty. So that's what we're looking for in the balance and harmonizing that, right? So, you know, I could share with you what that is, which is this full moon in Libra or Ma'at. If you have the 5D calendar, it is Ma'at, is highlighting the balance and justice for the we, which is the compassion for collective, while the sun in Aries or Asar is advocating in the outer world for the soul sovereignty. As I just mentioned, it is the balance of the two that brings us into this spiritual maturation, right? That adheres to the harmonies. So this spiritual maturation adheres to the harmonies in the love frequency of 5D according to the messages of Third Eye Atlas through our solar system upgrade, right? An update that we just got. So it's really highlighting that right now after we've had this energetic seal. And after Third Eye Atlas has passed through, it's bringing us more into the 5th dimension, more into the Aquarian age. This full moon has come to solidify what the new moon in Pisces has activated with the energetic seal of Third Eye Atlas and the spring equinox of the new year at that time. It is the expression of the inner world that this quote-unquote fool's moon, air quote that, on April 1st is reminding us to returning to the truth that the fools are the ones who change the new year from April to January. So that's that reminder right there. It's that little inside joke, right? And this is what I was getting as I was, of course, meditating on it. Like, what does the moon have to do with, coming on the 1st, on April 1st? So the moon's inner world is our inside joke. You know how the moon represents our inner world, our emotions. So it's also like our inside joke. And we get to now laugh at those in opposition. And I don't mean laugh at in a bad way, but we get to find humor in it. So we get to laugh at the those in opposition in the outer world with the sun in Aries or April, who still believe that it's April Fools and got tricked out of their new year. So we get to be like, ha ha ha, joke's on you. Find the humor in it. It's no big deal. A lot of people are finding the true timing of New Year, which is spring, whether you do it on the spring equinox or whether you consider it April 1st. But look how it comes on April 1st. Like, there's so much cosmic adventure and events that is sealing and solidifying the true new year. We had Third Eye Atlas bringing us to so much through that energetic seal, through the cosmic threshold, and right after that having the new moon right before the spring equinox, which is saying, hey, this is the true new year. Now seal that up in your energy, right? In your energy showcase. And then we have the first full moon of this new year happening on what? April Fools, where they tried to trick us out of our new year, but it's being returned right back. The moon is bringing it to us in the inner world and highlighting this dysfunction, is saying no more, right? Now also, this heart chakra, this is a heart chakra day for those who do the workshop with me or have been in such. This is a heart chakra day, and it's a heart to third eye day. If you have the calendar, you know what I'm talking about. So it's a heart third eye day in the chakra infusion spiral, as the heart expansion brings us into the third eye wisdom. So it's like the heart is bringing us into the third eye, which echoes the energetic seal of third eye atlas, activating the spiritual maturation. So again, it's because it was meant to bring us into the heart's expansion. We are still in the heart's expansion. So this full moon, as the first full moon after the energetic seal, the new moon, and the new year trifecta, is bringing the heart expansion into this third eye season that we're now in, to solidify the expanded wisdom that we portaled through in the evolutionary astrological ascension in time through the dimensions of our mind within the solar system upgrade, right, of third eye atlas. So this has been portaling us through. This is all a portal if you look at it, right? And this expanded wisdom, as we said, is portaling us through this evolutionary point in time. And so I'll go more deep into it. I'm about to do a live, so we'll go more deep into what this chakra infusion is and how we're looking at the chakras right now with this particular full moon, because there is an emphasis with this chakra on the throat chakra, with this full moon on the throat chakra, because tomorrow's a throat day, which means there's an emphasis on our expression of this heart expansion, of what we have gained through the energetic seal, through all that have transpired through the cosmic threshold. So it is time to kind of emphasize that this full moon is really solidifying that, right? And some other things to look at would be Neptune and Saturn, which it's in a square right now. So, and it has been in a square to Jupiter since Aquarius, since we've been in the month of Aquarius, or Anubis, that Anubis month. And it will be there until Jupiter leaves Cancer or Nekhbet, which will be somewhere around the summertime. It's going to be leaving. It spends a year, and it entered in over the summer, and Jupiter spends a year in a particular house. So it's still going to be there. There's going to be this square until it leaves, right? Neptune's dreams and visions are opening up, while Saturn's accountability helps with the revelations through Pluto's sextile. which is to seek and seize the opportunity of Jupiter's square that pulls on the expanded wisdom in the house of Cancer under the principalities of home, family, ancestral, maternal, nurturer, emotions, etc. All that Cancer is about. So it pulls on those principalities, right? So the challenges in these areas is to allow the revelations, which is the third eye, allow the revelations to restore personal power, solar plexus, through the perseverance and persistence of the accountability of these dreams and visions, right? So these challenges are basically allowing us to bring these revelations in, to let these revelations restore our personal power, right? And again, like I said, through the persistence. And vice versa, it's to allow the perseverance and the persistence of the accountability of these dreams and visions to empower the seal, to empower the, I want to say the solar plexus, or to adhere, or to empower the soul. Excuse me, I don't have the glasses on. So it's to have these dreams empower the soul to adhere to the revelations of truth. So it's vice versa. For one, it's to have the revelations restore the personal power in this accountability and dreams. And on the flip side is to have these dreams and accountability empower the soul to adhere to the revelation. So either way, flip flop, either way, that's what's happening. These challenges are there to help us do that. So it's not to tear you down. Whatever you've been feeling, especially and particularly with family, with home life, as a nurturer, with your emotions, everything that is about the principalities of Cancer that is squared up with Neptune and Saturn, is to have these dreams and accountability and the persistence of it to bring you to understanding these revelations. This is a sextile with Pluto in the midst of this, right? So Pluto is sextile to Neptune and Saturn, which is square to Jupiter. And it's this sextile, like it's the square with Jupiter is helping with this sextile, or the sextile is also helping with the square. So kind of look at that with whatever may be coming up in the family life, and just focus on what spirit is guiding you to do in regards to family. In a lot of cases, I must say, it is to let go. For those spiritual leaders, for those in the fifth dimension, those who are pushing the timelines and quantum leaping into the Aquarian age and the Bronze age, the 144, all of that. For those of us, it is to help us recognize what needs to let go and no longer hold it in the way that we used to. This full moon is a let go like no other, right? So was the last full moon. This is like the second step or the second phase of that, right? So this transit engages the solar plexus and the third eye, because of course with revelations and what needs to be empowered and our personal power, which is the solar plexus, so it's engaging those two chakras. Also, this is why so many familial issues are rising to the surface. The dough is rising. Let it cook, as they say. Let it cook, or let it bake, however you want to look at it. So this Neptune energy is doing just that with Neptune. And Neptune is really playing a big role in a lot of this right now, right? Because also we look at Neptune being conjunct with Salacia, which is another, what do you call it, constellation, if you will. And this, I have to say, is by understanding, gotta love Heather Ainsworth with how she goes deeper into other constellations, but it does help bring it helps bring another optical, if you will, another spectrum of what is happening, right? So as Neptune and Salacia are in Aries, Salacia is the calm waters that brings peace to the Neptunian waters, and since she's Neptune's counterpart. So as they pass through this fiery Aries that's ready to take initiative and go with, and just ready to go, go with its ruler Mars getting ready to enter and amplify this fire, she brings the calm to Neptune's salacious dreams, right? Like I put that spin on it, the salacious dreams and visions to go about it in a peaceful way, in a way of peace, right? Also, through the wisdom that has been activated again by Third Eye Atlas, updating Mars and Jupiter into the path of spiritual maturation. So it's also a part of that. It has been activated, right? This is a mature planetary aspect that brings a peaceful start to the new beginnings of the creative activity in time through the dimensions of the souls who bear witness in mind. That part, I like that part right there. All right, so this is a very mature planetary aspect, an aspect between Neptune and Salacia that is adding to the spiritual maturation of what Third Eye has been activating, and now it's bringing in that peace in fiery Aries where all the planets are going to be moving through it, especially Mars ready to fire up. So we need this peace to keep us in the spiritual maturity of how we're going about getting things done. Yes, we need to get it done. Yes, it's time to bring the dreams and visions and accountability into action in the new cycle. Aries being their new cycle, ready to go through the next 12 houses, however long it takes Saturn and Aries. Well, we know Saturn will be about 30 years. For Neptune, it'll be about another 100 plus years. We will not witness this again. So this Neptunian activation is really important, playing a very pivotal role for all of us as our souls unfold at a multidimensional level. So take what resonates with you, feel what's coming up for you in the realms of family, ancestry, in your bloodline. This is also multidimensional for you in your own bloodline and your cosmic blueprint that is in your blood. So it's activating a lot. Take nothing for granted. Everything that's happening is to help us continue to remove the dysfunctions, to help us remove any resistance as the light penetration continues to pour in and the wind picks up. Ashe, so happy new moon. Get your light codes, the moonlight and the sunlight, to your soul's delight. Until we meet again, Ashe, peace, love, and light.